For centuries, it stood untouched. A silent stone giant watching over an empty valley. A door no one dared approach. A door sealed by warnings older than memory itself. Tonight, you and I will step into the forgotten tale of the forbidden doorway. In the night it finally awakened. Hidden in a remote valley, surrounded by towering cliffs, stood an enormous stone doorway carved with symbols no one had been able to translate. Villagers kept their distance. Children were warned never to wander too close. Travelers passed through quickly, refusing to spend a night nearby. The stone surface was smooth and cold, yet the carvings seemed to pulse faintly under moonlight. The old generation claimed, "The door is not locked. It is waiting." No one knew what for. No one wished to find out. Long ago, when the valley was home to an ancient civilization, the people believed that knowledge was both a gift and a burden. They built monuments, libraries, and grand chambers filled with wisdom. But one day, something happened, an event lost to time. Their final record was a prophecy. When the sky mirrors the earth, and shadow crowns the sun, the keeper shall return. That last line was carved across the door. Historians studied it, priests recited it, but no one understood it. The legend claimed the door sealed a truth the world was not yet ready to face. A truth preserved, not feared. Life in the valley was quiet. Farmers tended fields. Storytellers entertained tourists with half-true legends. And the forbidden doorway was simply part of the landscape, distant, mysterious, ignored. But recently, strange signs began appearing. Birds stopped flying over the valley. Shadows lingered too long at dusk. And the symbols on the door were faintly glowing, almost invisible to the naked eye, but captured in photographs taken by curious travelers. Something was changing. A rare event was coming, a lunar eclipse unlike any seen in generations. Scientists predicted the moon would align with a constellation that only appears every few centuries. The villagers prepared for a simple night of stargazing. But for the door, this night meant something entirely different. As the moon darkened, the symbols across the stone pulsed, slowly, steadily, then brighter. The valley grew cold. Wind circled the cliffs though no storm was near. Animals grew silent. Something ancient was waking. Miles away, a young historian named Aaron Vale studied the photographs of the glowing symbols. Aaron wasn't reckless, just determined, fascinated by forgotten languages and lost cultures. He traveled to the valley, hoping the eclipse would reveal something new. Aaron noticed details others missed, patterns in the symbols, repeating sequences, ancient grammatical structures. He believed the carvings weren't warnings. They were instructions. And tonight, the door seemed ready to respond. As Aaron examined the door during the eclipse, the lowest row of symbols glowed brighter. Dust fell from the cracks. A soft hum filled the air. Aaron brushed dirt from the lower carvings, and discovered something no one had noticed. The carvings formed a map of the valley, but not as it looked today. The cliffs were intact, rivers flowed where they no longer existed. The landscape was ancient, a hidden chamber was marked beneath the earth, and the door was the entrance. He whispered, "They didn't seal danger in, they sealed history." The moon fully darkened, the valley glowed blue, and then, the symbols on the door aligned like puzzle pieces. Click, a sound echoed through the valley. The ground trembled softly, the air warmed, then cooled again. The stone surface rippled slightly, like water. Then the symbols lifted off the door, floating inches above. The surface, swirling in a circle of light. Not magic, something beyond ancient science. Aaron stepped back. This was the moment the prophecy spoke about. The massive stone slab split down the middle with a slow, rumbling groan. Light poured out, not bright and blinding, but soft and golden like dawn. Inside was a chamber, untouched for thousands of years. Dust hung motionless in the air. Shelves carved into stone walls held preserved scrolls sealed in crystal tubes. Artifacts rested on pedestals, tools, star charts, devices of unknown purpose. It wasn't a prison, it was an archive, a vault of knowledge waiting for the right moment, and the right person, to open it. Aaron stepped inside. He found detailed records of the ancient civilization. Their history, discoveries, ideas, culture, and their final message. They had not vanished because of war or disaster. They left voluntarily, choosing to preserve their greatest wisdom until someone with understanding and humility arrived to continue their legacy. A final inscription read, "To learn is to change. To protect is to remember. If you have opened this door, then the world is ready again." Aaron realized the door wasn't protecting humanity from danger. It was protecting humanity's most important forgotten knowledge. Aaron returned to the village with scrolls and records. Scientists, linguists, historians, and leaders flocked to the valley. The world watched as an ancient civilization spoke across time. The valley became a place of learning, a living memory of a lost culture, a reminder that history isn't only found in wars, but in wisdom. In the door, it remained open, a symbol of human curiosity and the belief that understanding the past can shape a better future. The legend had been fulfilled. The keeper had arrived, and the world would never be the same.